Bosa.
The kickers in today's game
are
so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Fournette. Able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville at a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Talk about a big 1st half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. The PAC up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line.
First of all,
who's
looking with that camera on my face? Big A. Big A. Big head.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller on his way to a first-half touchdown.
Like that.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
Okay, let you.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description. Watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Jones. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. First down here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. So interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially.
Yeah.
We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Oh, my God.
Space inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
All right.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And play JJ.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
JJ wanted to get on FaceTime with us.
No, you better not fucking at his punk ass. Fuck you.
What?
Oh my God. Get him off of here. Oh, JJ's in here? Nah.
No, not yet.
I don't care. Get him off.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
We don't care what
a
you
lot
want.
of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some
Not this time. Not this time, bitch.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They run for it with Hunt. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did?
What the fuck is this?
Thank God he's not joining this shit.
His mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And
Nobody's talking to you.
That one falls incomplete.
Nobody's talking to you,
Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? You know where you are on the field, have some awareness.
Yeah,
tackle the tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
To throw is Watson. In trouble.
Let's go, bitch.
Down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He did not want to call you, going to call
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Buying time to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short.
I see that boy.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Nate, did you try to pop up shit? It's the shit
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook.
Oh my God, really? Oh my God.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my gosh. BFF. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm hella irritated for that. Shut up.
What? Field position change there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss.
No, she's not.
Return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Listen, what?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. The defense has all 3 timeouts, so what you're telling your team is ball security #1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offense.
Like, I feel like if I do that, I gotta be on there.
3 timeouts, they're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Who's y'all? I ain't a pothead, bitch.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Oh, that's how you
now
feel
the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Jones to throw from his end zone. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
56.
Jones, a final shot before break.
Get it. Get it.
Oh! That's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, hello. But I don't know. Stop asking me. You can say, man, I don't know. I know. I was gonna say it.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Oh, yeah.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, you can.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Watson dancing to his left. And an alley to run.
Wow.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hunt. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game.
My God.
The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watson on 3rd down.
Oh, my
God. That is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
I'm over at this one. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm done. Baby girl.
This one through.
Baby girl.
This game is tied.
Baby
So
girl.
it's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive.
No, never mind. Nope, never mind. Nope.
Closer to their goal
Nope,
line.
never mind.
Things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be fielded at the 6.
Oh, shit.
Come on, fellas.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd and a yard, Jones. He completes it to Westbrook. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jones now on first down. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Looking to throw. Jones. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down, here's Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he takes it in.
Yes.
Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
He's telling you to stop doing that.
Who's pissing?
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Good. You on my YouTube channel or no?
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
YouTube channel or no?
She said she want to make a YouTube video.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone
we can do that.
Touchback.
We can't hear your name. Sound like you're smothering your speaker.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller.
We can do that. I ain't
75 yards. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
No, it's not.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. You got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Here's Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
You hear me?
What was that?
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Back to throw. Jones. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. J.J. Watt in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So now I need an explanation for that one, Charles. You're tied, 4th quarter, deep in your own territory. What was going on in their mind?
I can't even begin to imagine. I understand being aggressive. You know, how many times have you looked at me and said, are you crazy? Why would you say go for it there? I wouldn't in this situation. I'm not sure what he was thinking other than maybe he doesn't believe in his defense at all anymore. That he just says, I've got to go for it in this situation. But his meeting, the head coach's meeting with the GM and the owner, that's going to be an interesting one because he's going to have to offer an explanation for this one. And how about the defense? They had to look across the field and go, that's the ultimate disrespect, isn't it?
Yep. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Baby. See, I get tattoo on my chest on my own.
Coming here for Miami Fairbairn. This to break our fourth quarter tie.
Yes.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And with that, they will move
I want something big.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead. Right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
I ain't putting no face in my body, but Jesus.
Okay, put her name. Initials or something.
Yeah,
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll run on first down. It's Scott.
I'm not JJ.
With a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is, because they've got to push it downfield.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go again with Scott. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. Here's Scott. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones to throw from his end zone. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Muhammad, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
On schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it. 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. They'll run with Fournette. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime.
Oh my God.
He's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
I got the most clearest kicker.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what?